Hello and welcome to the second episode of Changing the Topic. I'm Noah.
I'm Wes.
And we got a special guest today. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi, my name is Harmony.
And I got a special question for you. It's about the date today.
Wait, for me, you're...
For you, Wes.
Oh, okay.
Do you remember
Yeah?
the 21st night of September?
Uh-huh.
How it's changing? I'm sorry, I can't do it. I was going to start singing it, but I realized I shouldn't.
How could you do that, Noah?
Because it's September 21st. That's the whole reason.
Yeah, I know, but, like, that was a really sad
It was.
joke.
I'm sorry.
So
I had
funny.
to do it to him, though.
Didn't he go to jail?
What?
I mean,
The guy who like did the he had
The
to
song?
do it.
like, Lucky Lucino,
No.
Oh,
whatever his
Like
name
the
is.
guy who like in
The meme where it's like,
Yeah,
I had to do it to him? I
Yeah,
don't know,
I think
actually.
he actually went
Unless-
to jail.
Unless
yeah.
he went recently, I don't know, because, like, I remember...
Takeshi69
No.
probably ratted on him.
No, okay, yeah. Apparently, no. They were saying that Jerry Trainer was in the Bloods. So Spencer from iCarly, he on that gang.
Oh my god, there's
Okay,
so many...
so anyways, we've got some topics to talk about today. And so who wants to go first again? I don't remember.
I think I'll go first.
Yeah, like a sandwich.
Okay.
Because I got one topic to talk about. So, it's September right now, but I believe in November they're launching the Disney Plus streaming service, right?
Yeah.
They're going to take all the Marvel and Star Wars stuff off Netflix, and they're going to put it on there.
Mm-hmm.
And they've got The Simpsons already, and I'm assuming they're going to put all their movies and probably most of their TV shows that they've aired, like on Disney XD, just a Disney network, I'm assuming. I don't know.
I'd buy that for Kicking It. Oh gosh, that.
Don't remind me of
show.
Kicking It. Alright, Kicking
I
It
love
was
Kicking
weird.
It.
But my question, right, to you, Wes, is do you think you're going to get it?
Definitely.
Really?
Yeah, I've already thought about that. Well, because they're gonna have, I don't know like immediately if they're gonna have all of everything, but they're gonna have basically all of everything. Like
Because they're Disney, yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna have all the Marvel movies on there. They're gonna have all their animated movies,
Yeah, that's
all
true.
the Pixar too. I assume.
Do you think they're going to have the Clone Wars on there? Star Wars The Clone Wars? Because that was a big thing with Netflix when it got taken off. People were upset.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's just going to the Disney Plus streaming service.
Well, see, that's the thing about streaming services is that they have a lot of series on them.
Mm-hmm.
So Disney has a lot of series, so they could put them on and like make new ones,
yeah.
such as like the Marvel ones.
Yeah.
They're making all the.
Well, also, they're
New-
making an Obi-Wan series. They're
Yeah.
making The Mandalorian.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they're going to do, like... Because they talked about making, like, an Obi-Wan standalone movie. But now they're doing the series, right? So do you think they're going to do, like, a Yoda series or a Boba Fett series? Because they talked about maybe doing movies for those later.
I don't know if they will, but to be honest, I don't know if I'd really watch them because that's
fair.
as much as I like series.
Mhm.
I don't want too many at the same
Yeah.
time.
Well, you say you like series,
see
but at the
that.
same time, you told me you don't like Stranger Things.
You don't like Stranger Things?
Okay.
He doesn't like
Okay.
Millie Bobby Brown.
Millie Bobby
No,
Brown's the best actress
no,
ever. She's so important, and you know why she's important?
I'm sorry, I had to do it to him.
Okay, I just think that the show is kind of not really ripping off, but like,
Homaging.
yeah, it's to other things, you know.
Well, originally, this is a bit of trivia. The
What?
Duffer brothers, the guys who made the show, they wanted to do an adaptation of It,
Yeah,
and that was basically why they did Stranger Things.
yeah.
And then they also 2 years later, they did, or a year later, I guess, they did It the movie, which
Yeah.
Finn Wolfhard is in both.
Well,
of
yeah,
so I found that interesting.
Yeah, I didn't realize that at first, and then I watched it and I'm like, oh wait, he's in both of them, so they're not really ripping it off.
They're not, yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I watched
Yeah.
season 3. I watched all of it,
Mhm.
and I thought it was okay. I
Yeah.
thought there were a few cringy moments, but
In season 3, definitely.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There was a
no.
lot.
Season 3.
80% of it was cringe, and maybe
80% of it
20% of
was
the cringe made
But
me
I
laugh.
was still like, I still loved it because it had that, like, it had the rest of the show backing it up for me. Season 1, for me, was really important. I loved the music. The music, just like the soundtrack, was so
Yeah.
powerful, and there were so many good moments. Season 2 was just amazing. I have no problems with season 2. I loved season 2. And season 3, I like how they took background characters. I feel like, honestly though, Disney would have been like done better with it if Disney still did more adult films. Because, you know, back in the day, like a very, very long time ago, they did adult movies.
Yeah.
And I mean, now they do again too, because they have Marvel, and they've got Star Wars. So I wouldn't exactly call those adult movies, but they're more centered to not children.
Yeah, they got
that's the problem that I have with Disney, is that now they're buying everything, right? Like, they bought Fox. They probably at one point will buy Sony. And if they ever decide to do it, they would only buy DreamWorks just to burn it to the ground.
Yeah,
That's the only reason they would buy
because
DreamWorks.
DreamWorks is anti-Disney.
Yeah.
So I don't think they'd ever sell to Disney.
Unless
You
they
know,
got
Shrek-
bought out and then just destroyed.
Shrek is anti-Disney. It's
They
an
can't-
anti-Disney movie.
Yeah,
They
the
can't
whole
really
point
just
of DreamWorks
get
was
bought out, though, you know?
if Disney's going to own like 90% of all the
But they
media,
can't just do whatever they want. They can't just say,
Tell that to
oh, we
Disney.
have the money,
Tell that to
let's
Disney.
buy them.
Okay, Disney did a lot of stuff.
They did. But
Yeah.
that's because the companies
That's 'cause they're rich.
were selling.
That's true, I guess. Yeah,
Yeah. Imagine selling Marvel.
they wouldn't
Yeah.
do that now.
Just like piecing out.
Yeah.
Well, Stan, they did before, is that because Marvel, they just had the comic rights. And the comic rights are still out there. Marvel Comics is its own thing. Disney doesn't own it. Right? But, like, the movie rights, I guess, to all the certain characters,
Yeah.
Disney does own them. Right? So it's not like
Go
they
Disney.
have the entire property. They just have
Yeah.
all the,
But they
like,
could,
the rights to the characters,
they
basically.
could eventually buy the comics. Think about that.
They could, but isn't Stan Lee's daughter in charge of that right now? Who's in charge of, like, the comics?
I'm not sure.
I feel like Stanley's daughter would be in charge of that.
Yeah.
Just because, I don't know, she's cool like that.
Because she
Yeah.
spoke up about the
Yeah.
Sony Disney dispute. They were like, Disney is like not really like respecting my father. He's
No,
not
of course
understanding of the situation.
Disney's a mega corporation with no
They are.
feelings.
Yeah.
I
but
don't
Harmony,
know
do you
if I
think
could.
you would buy it?
I don't know. You see, I have been a Disney kid as long as I can remember. I loved Disney my entire life, but they aren't coming out with any good movies. Because I'm like a huge nerd for like the animation, the like that
Definitely,
kind
yeah.
of storytelling is
Yeah,
really for me. But it seems that they're just probably going to be focusing on Star Wars and Marvel more.
Well, they have been, but they do have a couple new movies, right?
Yeah, they
Like,
do have the
What-
Artemis Fowl movie coming out. Have you seen that?
That came out August, didn't it? That already
No,
came out, didn't it?
Did it?
I thought it did.
I don't think it did.
I don't know, bro.
Unless I completely missed
Maybe.
it. Well,
But there's the new movie. I don't know if it's by DreamWorks or Illumination, but isn't Abominable the
I
movie with the
It feels like it's an Illumination movie just because of the
just the art
animation.
style?
okay,
Yeah.
I think it might be.
I'm looking for something that reminds me of Big Hero 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was a legendary movie, and I feel like they could have done a lot more with that universe
Yeah.
and with that movie than they did.
Well, because they do own the rights to it still, so
Of
they
course
can
they
crank
do.
out a
It's
sequel
their
yeah,
movie.
once they
Yeah,
want.
that's the thing. When I saw Big Hero 6 coming out, I thought it was Pixar, but it's actually Disney, so they can do whatever they
Yeah,
want.
no, I remember seeing
Yeah.
that as
So
Disney.
it's a good IP.
Because I remember when basically like the new Disney animation stuff started coming out,
And they
where
can,
they would show a teaser trailer and it would be like they showed the Frozen teaser trailer where it was just Olaf the snowman.
Yeah.
And he's just like he's sinking, like he's on the ice and then he falls through and then the carrot nose comes up, something like that, and then it was
Yeah.
like frozen. And then there was the Big Hero 6 teaser trailer where it's the montage where he's trying to make stuff and then he goes over to the vending machine and he puts it in and Baymax is like he gets it and he was like, oh, thank you, and stuff like that started coming out, and I was like, for a few years that was like back to back to back, it was Disney animation were coming out with good movies,
with good
right?
movies.
And then they kept doing it. And then Wreck-It Ralph 2 happened.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Wreck-It
And
Ralph
ruined
2,
the entire point of Wreck-It Ralph in the first place.
Move a little closer.
Okay, sorry. Yeah. I have told Wes this numerous times. I didn't like what they did with Ralph's character.
Yeah.
Because in the first one, he was the bad guy, but he was normal, right? He had anger issues, but like he wasn't stupid,
No, he wasn't.
And he didn't act out like a little kid 24/7.
No, he was a big boy.
In the new one, he did do all of those things and intentionally made a decision that would ruin his friend's life for his
And-
own selfishness.
Not even his friends, but like a lot of other people's too.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put that out here. I have not seen Wreck-It Ralph 2.
Oh,
Okay.
you know how in the first movie there's the whole point of don't go turbo, right?
Mhm.
They go turbo in
They
the first
break
10
the
minutes of the
internet.
game in the movie.
But because that's the internet, though. They're talking about games. Is it
No, but
really-
at the end of the movie, this is a spoiler for
I don't.
people who
it's
haven't seen it.
Oh yes, spoiler alert.
But at the end, Ralph decides to let Vanellope leave her game and go into the internet game that's about like racing and like Slaughterhouse
Yeah.
or whatever it's called. And they're like, okay, but she's one of the main characters of her game.
Mhm.
But you see, this is just my own opinion. She wasn't in her game for the whole last movie, and her game was fine and existed.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that really makes me wonder how necessary she really was to the game.
But okay, so they establish at the beginning of the movie that Sugar Rush is it's still successful in the arcade.
Okay.
And people pick Vanellope all the time, and they have been for
Okay.
8 years. So
Wait-
my question is,
Wait, at
don't
the
you
start
think?
of the second one?
Yeah,
Oh.
because it takes place 8 years after, or 6 years, or something like that.
Really?
It takes place years after the first one.
Yeah. How movies do that thing, yeah.
Is that like actual, like the time period between the first and the second movie?
They
or is
say
that
it
just-
specifically, like Ralph asks her, "Is like, what do you want to, are you happy with your life? I mean, we've been." He says explicitly at some point, "Come on, we've been best friends for blank amount of years." I think it was 6.
Okay, I don't remember that.
We can look it up.
We can.
After comment in the comment section below if you
Yeah.
remember
Yeah,
what the
com-
year is.
Yeah.
Nobody will do it, but please do it.
If you do it, I will pay you $10.
Ooh,
10 whole Canadian dollars
hear that, Americans?
that I
You
don't
get that Canadian,
have.
With that, Americans, you're only getting about $8.
That's, yeah.
Oh boy.
I love my 75 cents to the dollar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, that was basically just my thought about the Disney Plus streaming service. Is I don't know. I assume a lot of people are gonna get it, but I'm probably not because I already have Netflix.
Got the flicks. Got the.
Also, I don't even
Yeah.
really use Netflix that much because I'm.
What do you watch?
Yeah.
Right now, nothing because I go to
YouTube.
school 24/7 and
I
I
watch-
watch YouTube.
I watch Cody Co on YouTube.
I don't even watch YouTube.
I
that
watch
much,
Oni
though.
Plays.
Like, no, I don't. I don't.
You don't
I
watch Oni Plays,
I-
dude?
I did, but I don't like what he's
I
doing.
watch
I'm gonna be
Markiplier.
honest. I don't. No, I don't. I
I
don't
watch
watch anything.
Minecraft videos.
Do you watch
So-
PewDiePie?
Maybe.
That's fair. PewDiePie's the top YouTuber.
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
I like
He's
that.
got a good Minecraft world going. I can
He's
respect
got a good
that.
real world going. He's married now.
Yeah, him and Marcia. I can't wait to be an aunt because I've been a bro for so long. So when he has his kids, would that make me an uncle then? Because like he calls his fans bros. Even
Yeah.
as me, I guess I'd be.
You could be a Bront.
I'll be a bronze. Oh, cute.
Upfront.
Brand.
But yeah, I feel bad
Brand
for
doesn't work. But go ahead.
PewDiePie because the whole thing that happened to him recently about him trying to donate money.
What was?
Do you know about
Oh
that?
no.
I'm not sure if I.
This was a big controversy.
Yeah.
Actually,
The last controversy I
So-
heard was
so-
he tried to do a stream and
How-
then half of the world didn't get to see it.
Oh yeah,
That
yeah.
was
At the
good.
time.
I didn't see that either.
I tried to
I
watch
just saw
it.
the
'cause
upload.
he-
I'm like, oh, there's,
Yeah.
there's
Like a
a 12-hour
12-hour.
stream.
Yeah.
If you
But
slow
yeah.
it down to half speed, then it's a 24-hour stream.
Oh,
You're
God.
welcome.
I don't know if anyone's gonna do that.
I
but-
sped it up to watch it in 6 hours.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm smart.
that is
that
pretty
is pretty
smart.
smart. Not gonna lie.
I know. I should be a crazy.
But yeah, maybe not talk about what happened then. But I'll just
Exactly,
say I
that's
feel
it.
bad for him.
You'll have to explain this to me
He's
later
gonna-
because I'm not sure if I'm up to date on it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later after
Off
the podcast.
off the record.
Off camera.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically, I don't know if the Disney streaming service is going to be great. I hope it is for all the people who get it, but it's it's up to whatever.
Yeah. No, that's totally valid. Like I feel that.
Okay,
Okay.
So that's the end of my topic. So Harmony, you were saying you had a topic you wanted to
Alright.
talk about?
Yeah. So I wanted to talk about some ghost stories, paranormal stuff.
Ooh, spoopy.
Yeah. I'm actually looking right now. I'm looking for some dowsing rods.
Ooh, dowsing rods.
That's my Luigi voice for Luigi's Mansion. That's my... Oh no, it's Mario. Never mind. Luigi's more like...
Let's talk about dowsing
Booyah!
rods, Noah. Not one of the Mario Brothers.
And I want to get a spirit box too.
Spirit box.
Do you mean like a Ouija board? Is that what that is?
No, you don't know what a spirit box is. Okay, so
Noah.
Noah, a spirit box is a it switches between radio stations at very very fast,
Huh.
so that it
I don't like
creates
the sound
white
of that.
noise.
Cool.
And so the concept is that ghosts can manipulate it to keep it on a channel for longer and create words and sentences.
That's cool.
That's
It's
cool.
so cool. So what
But
I
I'd
want to
be
do,
freaked out. I don't know if I'd
I
be...
think I'm gonna get one. I think I'm gonna buy myself a spirit box, and so I'm gonna get one, and I'm gonna go around to some haunted places. I know some, because where we live, we have a lot of haunted places.
Apparently, Victoria is just like the capital of haunted
hauntedness.
in all
We got
Canada
ghosts.
or something.
We
I
got
don't know.
ghosts.
I don't believe in ghosts personally.
You don't? Okay.
Okay.
I
But
want to ask that.
I'll give the benefit of the doubt, right?
Okay, so you're a person who only believes in ghosts when you're home alone and like there's a bump in the night.
No, I understand the idea of
There's a
ghosts,
bump
and I
in the
get,
floor.
people can believe in ghosts. I'm a believer that people can believe in whatever they want to. Just me personally, I've never had any issues where it's like, I think something is haunted. There's got to be a logical explanation for something.
Mhm.
Me personally.
Yeah.
All right, I've seen ghosts.
You have?
Yeah, I've had ghost encounters.
Cool.
Really?
Close encounters. Actually.
Of the third kind.
I'm going to be honest.
Fourth kind
What's the fourth kind?
ghost.
Oh, no.
I'm kind of disappointed that I haven't really.
I actually.
Yeah, me too, honestly. Really?
Really?
A
Yeah.
ghost, and I haven't been
It's
visited
like-
by a ghost?
okay.
What am I living for?
I want to ask,
Right?
are you afraid?
No,
Of
I'm
the dark.
actually. I find when I'm around ghosts and spirits, it's almost calming.
Are you afraid, Noah? If you
Depends.
If you saw a ghost,
The media has given me reason to believe that if a ghost popped up, I would poop my pants.
you just had to say it like that.
Oh, I can't swear. But I want to believe that, if a ghost popped up, they wouldn't try to, haunt me forever. So I feel like seeing a ghost would be cool.
Yeah.
Getting haunted by a ghost, not so much.
Do you know what I would like?
What?
If I were a ghost.
What would you like?
Well, that'd be lots of fun if I was a ghost.
Actually, most ghosts don't know they're ghosts. So if you were to hypothetically be a ghost, you wouldn't know.
You're referring
I think-
to the Sixth Sense
Yeah,
theory.
I would just
Whereas
have to go
you don't
through
know
that.
where you're dead.
Yeah,
Until you find out
Yeah.
somehow that
you're dead.
I just have to go
no
through
one
that.
else realizes that you're talking to them.
Yeah. Sometimes I
Yeah.
feel like
You
I'm
have to
dead
find Haley
because-
Joel Osment to just talk to you for 40 minutes to an hour, something like that. I forget how long the movie is, and then you realize, oh, I'm dead.
Yep.
That's
And
a
then
fun
you find out your
realization.
name is Bruce Willis.
Yeah. But yeah, I'd probably just have to go through that process and find out that I'm dead.
Honestly, though, ghost
then-
encounters are fun.
But then that's where the fun starts,
Yeah,
right?
see? Yeah.
And once you figure out you're a ghost, I feel like you'd have way more fun with everything.
Oh yeah.
Apparently, no. Because you gotta think, the reason ghosts are ghosts is because they had unfinished business that they didn't get to finish when they were alive.
Yeah.
So wait,
And so they have to live with, or I guess not really live, but they have to be in that
In that state.
in that
for,
state.
of trying to finish the
and
job.
but they can never finish the job. So they're stuck.
Well, they can finish the job hypothetically if they're able to connect with other people.
Exactly. And then that lets them move on, and that's wonderful for them. But most
But then
don't
aren't
get to
there
go there.
ghosts that are just actual just spirits that aren't connected to humans that are just
That's a demon.
no, not okay.
You want to be a demon?
I
Noah?
don't want to be being a demon would be kind of cool if I'm being honest.
Low key, because ghosts can't possess people, but demons can possess people.
Yeah.
But
Low key take over a body. Be
okay,
like, "I'm gonna eat some
you
food,
remember
bro."
you remember Danny Phantom, right?
Oh yes, I love Danny Phantom.
You know how some characters in that show, clearly they were based on, like, the ghosts were people who had died and had
Yeah.
come back as a ghost.
Yeah.
But then there were other ghosts that aren't based
Yeah.
off of humans, that are just like blobs of stuff. But they're not demons. They're just spirits, right?
Well, that's
Well, I
probably
mean,
just the Danny Phantom
It can be.
canon.
Yeah,
then.
that's Danny Phantom canon. That's like
What
going.
about Ghostbusters then?
Okay, Ghostbusters
Yeah.
is also fiction though. Imagine
Not
looking-
according to Dan Aykroyd.
What? No.
This isn't slander.
What?
This is Dan Aykroyd's gone on record as like saying like ghosts are real, and like when they were doing that movie, he was very serious about it.
So wait, but does he mean like
But he ain't afraid of
Slimer
no
was
ghosts.
based off of a real ghost? That
Look
he
up,
saw
like,
or something?
Slimer
Look
was
up-
literally mucus ghost. Mucus ghost.
Yeah,
A mucost.
a new ghost.
You ghost? Oh boy.
I don't like that. It's like when you get a really bad cold.
Oh.
But yeah, so
Yeah.
if you were a ghost,
Mhm.
where would you want to haunt?
Oh boy. See, I don't consider myself a malicious person, but if I was, I would definitely go to a high school and just haunt the crap out of everybody.
Okay, so you go to Vic High.
I'd go to Royal Bay
No, Vic High.
or
because-
Dunsmuir or Sangster.
Sangster.
I'd go to Sangster.
Would you go for the older people or?
I'd
the
go
younger
for
people?
everybody.
Everyone, but
I'd
like
go for the teacher.
for schools though, would you go to a elementary school or a high school?
If I was gonna haunt people, high school.
Okay.
Because kids, when they're malicious, they're not doing it 100% all the
Yeah,
time.
you think that
Like
the,
personally,
the older
high
people
school,
would
when
actually
you're that
react?
old, you're doing it maliciously.
Mm-hmm.
It's or sometimes you're just acting out because
Because your hormones
because you're
are out of whack.
insecure, you're hormonal, whatever. But most of the time,
It's just because
you're just being a jerk.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So you never really had any big bullies, have you, Les?
No.
Yeah,
Not
I've had
really.
one or two in my time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've had to
before
deal
I
with some.
moved, really, and I'm assuming you've had some as well.
Oh
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I mean, I think that's like, for me, I would go to a high school just to like scare some kids. I
To
think
build
that'd
some
be fun.
character.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, that's
Would
a
you,
good idea.
You should like haunt the theater
Why would I haunt
of the
theater,
school
though?
and be like the Phantom of the
You
Opera.
should have-
Yeah.
Oh, Garrett?
Wouldn't you want to be like a cool specified ghost, like
Like playing the
That's your-
piano in the corner. Dun!
not just the school ghost,
Dun,
but
dun, dun,
the
dun,
ghost
dun.
of class.
Oh, okay. So
the
you're
science
talking
class,
about like,
or-
oh, the ghost of Christmas past, the ghost of Christmas future.
Yeah.
Kind of like classified. Like you're
Yeah.
the ghost of something.
Yeah, you're the ghost of the theater, bro.
Yeah.
Dude.
You're the
that'd be cool.
Phantom of the Opera.
Oh, you brought
Uh-huh.
it up. You said it.
She already
She
said
the
it.
thing.
Look,
I
she
already said it.
When?
Literally 5 seconds ago.
She said it again.
Oh my god.
Dang it,
I
Noah.
know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Liz. I'm sorry, Harmony.
It's okay.
It's been a long day.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Uh,
started at 10:15 and I ended work at 3:45. So yeah, it's been a while.
well, guess what? I had ramen noodles for breakfast.
Ooh,
I didn't have breakfast.
I had ramen noodles.
I had chili.
Ramen is actually pretty much like if you
Breakfast
go, if you live in dorms in some places, pretty much half of the stuff that people live on is like ramen noodles
I would-
because it's one of the
I-
easiest foods to make.
I would live off of mac and cheese.
That too.
Not even just like
I love mac and cheese.
college. I think just like in a situation where you need quick and easy
Yeah.
something.
Mhm.
Because like I know when
Which
I,
for people can be college or it can be if they
Yeah.
move out and they're living in their apartment by themselves.
I
Yeah.
just can't cook.
Or
That's what
that.
it comes
or
down to.
that, yeah.
I just can't.
But one of my something I remember is that I used to be in scouts, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we would go camping, and that's what we would eat. We'd eat ramen.
Ramen and mac and cheese?
Yeah.
That's fair.
Well, mac and cheese. I don't
Easy.
know.
Mac and cheese is easy because you just need the macaroni.
Yeah.
You have the cheese.
I don't know if we had that as
Sauce.
often, but we did have grilled cheese.
Once I burnt
Really?
soup.
Yeah. Ooh.
I was trying
That's
to
not
make
good.
soup and I burnt soup and I made my boyfriend at the time, I made him eat it. Because
Because
I was like, I am your girlfriend, you will eat my cooking!
I've never had the chance as a boyfriend to cook anything for anyone. Mainly because I've almost never really been a boyfriend.
almost.
Yes.
Are you saying there's been times where you?
You've
You've
a
had
boyfriend?
encounters with the third kind?
Wes, do you not remember last year when I was a boyfriend for like 3 months?
Oh yeah, now I do. Now I remember. Oh, I remember that.
Shout out to my ex-girlfriend if you're listening to this.
Shout
Probably
out to
won't
my
be.
ex-girlfriend. She's probably listening. Hi.
I hate to say
No, it's
that.
okay.
She
Me and her are
probably-
chill.
She probably isn't listening.
No, it's okay. I told her to.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
well.
I
I can't say that my subscriber count has not changed since I've uploaded the first video.
that's
but,
true. It got okay. It got like what 39, 40 views, right?
Oh, I mean, it got the views.
Yeah.
It's just
Subscriber count.
see that's the thing.
Popped up.
Dude, I wonder, like, people watch videos of like channels, but do they subscribe or do they not?
Most of the times, I would say.
So
they
if you're
don't.
listening, click subscribe, leave a comment, give us a little like.
Share the video with your friends.
Yeah.
Let's get this on Facebook.
Yeah, share it on
Sure.
Facebook. Say, hey, look, this is a pretty cool video.
Share it on Instagram.
Let's
Put a cool filter on it and go, whoa, these guys are funny.
let's put it on Reddit maybe perhaps.
Reddit would
Reddit.
be cool.
Let's get some
That's
Reddit
going deep.
going.
Let's tweet it to everyone. boys.
Let's get on some Twitters. Well, some Tumblr perhaps. No, let's not go on Tumblr. Let's stay away.
I've never
from
had Tumblr because
Yeah,
one of
me
the
neither.
first pieces of advice I got regarding social media is
Don't
Tumblr's
get
awful. Don't
Tumblr.
get it.
Honestly,
get Tumblr.
I just don't need that many social medias.
I have all. The
I really
social
only have
medias.
Yeah.
3.
I
I have
have.
Snapchat, I have Facebook, and I have Insta, and that's all I need.
Yeah, I told you to get Insta.
I didn't even want Insta. I just wanted Snapchat and Facebook. But Insta gives me more memes, so I'm happy
Yeah.
about that.
Were you getting
Well,
your memes on
you got YouTube,
Snapchat?
No, Facebook.
Okay. Oh, you were what now?
I got my
Yeah.
memes off of Facebook.
Yeah, Harmony, believe it or not, some people.
Or I
do.
just come up with my own memes.
You know what? I have respect for that, but not for the Facebook thing.
The Facebook thing is you just share like
If-
one meme page, and then you like the photos on that meme page.
If
and
you
that's
want
it.
fresh memes, you gotta get TikTok.
No,
Ooh.
I refuse.
You gotta get TikTok.
I
Okay,
refuse.
where do you think the freshest memes come from?
Not
Actually,
TikTok.
Tumblr. I would actually think it was Tumblr.
I would say Reddit, right?
No, Tumblr and Twitter. Actually,
Twitter, huh?
Well, Twitter has the dawn,
yeah.
so I would assume the freshest memes could come from that.
I'm gonna be honest. One of the only reasons I
You
have
haven't-
Twitter is to
is
see
to look
if
at
his
his tweets.
insane tweets are actually real or not.
There was the one a couple years ago when he was running. He was like, "If I get elected, I will remaster Modern Warfare 2."
What?
That was like a joke tweet, and it was like under like
Oh, it
Donald
was-
J. Trump.
So
He
that
didn't actually put it
okay.
there, but that was just like a funny meme I remember.
well, I
from
thought you were
the first
saying
time he
that
was
that
elected.
was a real one.
No, I'm saying that was
You
a
were like
funny meme.
canon.
I would laugh if it was canon.
Canon. I love using the
Where,
word canon.
where Donald J. Trump said, "If I am elected, I will remaster Modern Warfare 2," and then he got elected and just
And
did
then they did.
remastered. They remastered
Yeah.
the first one, but they haven't done the second one yet.
Yeah.
Wow, thanks Donald Trump, but we really need you for the second one too. I can't believe he remastered the first one.
Yeah, they did. They came out with Advanced Warfare, right? Is where
Yeah.
they did it with the remaster? Or is that a different game?
Noah, I can't tell you.
Because I'm not a big Call of Duty player.
Neither am I.
I'm not either. This isn't our we're out of our territory here.
Why don't we just change the topic?
We
you
didn't
know?
even. Oh yeah, that's true. We talked about Ghosts more.
Are we done with ghosts?
Are we done?
I had an encounter with ghosts once.
You
What was
want
your
to
encounter?
talk about that?
I do. I would like to. Yes. Okay. So this is just a very interesting story from my childhood, and I lived in a haunted house where the 12th house of this complex had burnt to the ground,
Oh.
and we didn't know. I mean, my family didn't know about it
Ooh.
until we asked the people who had been there longer why there was an extra mailbox.
Oh.
Oh.
And I was like, why is there a mailbox for a 12th house? We don't have that. And then my friend goes, because it burnt down 6 years ago. And I went, oh. And she's like, yeah, the family was in the house. And I was like,
Oh my god.
Uh-oh.
And the funny thing is, I always saw this woman in my room. And she was blue.
Lou.
Like
Like-
she had died of suffocation.
Oh, like blue in
Oh.
the face?
Like in the face, yeah.
Oh.
Yee.
I thought you were talking about like blue body, like blue, like she painted herself blue for
Almost.
some reason
Um,
and then died.
Yeah, no. She was in the Blue Man Group, and then there was a serious tragic accident.
You know,
yeah.
I don't know if this is controversial.
Well,
Trudeau?
Oh, you can't bring that up.
makeup?
No.
Instead of that, it's blue,
No,
and then they die.
you're trying to make a joke out of it?
Out of Trudeau, yeah, definitely.
Okay, so
Wes
ghost
is trying
stories.
to, like, regulate us.
I feel bad for
well,
Wes.
yeah.
Wes is like, nothing controversial. And we bring up the two most controversial things on the internet right now.
But yes,
As a joke, we're not slandering.
I was
No,
the
it's
first
not
person
slander.
to live in this house, so no ghosts, unfortunately.
So this was a built house, like specifically for your family. Is what
Yeah.
you're saying.
This was
Same with my
actually
house. Yeah.
this was actually one of the last houses on this street, I think. Like, there's like a couple up. The street is built weird. It's kind of like a fish hook.
It is.
There's like a couple right at the end, but I don't know if that's even part of the street. I guess it is, but yeah. Another interesting fact is that even though this was the last house to be built, we're probably the only family that's been here the longest.
Like on your block?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Like all the others have moved.
What about Miley? Like she just moved into the house?
Well, she's not really on our street.
She's on the next street, I guess.
Yeah.
But like still, like
I don't actually know how
you
long.
should ask her next time you see her, I guess.
Maybe I will. Maybe she can comment on this
video.
video. Unless, she doesn't want to give that information away on a YouTube video.
Yes, Smiley, please give us your like full name, your address.
No, you don't have to do that. Just tell us whether you moved into your house or whether it was built for you. All we need to know.
Yeah. But, anyways, what about you, Noah? Ghosts?
Yeah, ghosts.
Ghost
Noah?
stories for me?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever really like. Maybe I felt something weird, but I've never seen, for me, what feels like a ghost.
Well, you see, ghosts actually can manifest in different forms, like in cold spots and random light.
Okay.
Like if there's just an unexplained blotch of light on your wall.
I get those a lot in Minecraft.
Minecraft ghosts.
You talking about the Enderman?
No. Like, there's just like a glitch where there's just light and there's nothing there to make
Yeah.
the
Notch. He's haunting the game.
You
I'm
just
sure
saw
he was-
God.
I'm sure it was sold.
light. Okay. But yeah.
They can manifest into blobs of light on your wall.
Hmm.
I used to get them a lot in my old room. At this house where I saw the lady who was blue in the face.
I used to think maybe my house is haunted because at times, like, the window would be closed and the door would be slightly open, and then no one would touch it, and it would just go like it would
Yeah.
open.
Oh, mine slammed.
And I was like,
Yours slammed, dude.
I would close it again, and then it would. I was like, I don't like this.
I
But
get
yeah, I don't think there's any, like, definite stories for me. Maybe, like, when I was younger, I don't know. I have a bit of an idea. When I was younger,
that.
we had, like, a little thing at our school. I guess just my grade, and we were like, oh, there's a ghost at the back of the field. And
Ghost.
What do we do?
I even remember I had like a do-a-tang, and I'm just like, okay, this is the ghost file. All ghost-related things will go to this file.
I had a ghost file.
Yeah.
I
was
wish
like-
I had a ghost file.
There was this weird rock, and it was a ways back behind the fence behind my school,
And his name was
Huh.
Ron Johnson. Right?
and we called her Bloody Mary
Ooh.
That's a bad idea.
because this rock, it looked like a head with
Huh.
hair. It looked like a decapitated woman.
Dang.
And as children, we were terrified of her because there was this myth that a lady had drowned in the river behind our school.
Oh.
And we
What
were like,
school?
David Cameron.
Oh.
Yeah. And there was a myth that that she had drowned, and it was like a big thing in my grade. And everybody was like, that's Bloody Mary, that's the girl who drowned. I don't know why we called her Bloody Mary. Like, that was just like,
Just because it's a name to use, you know?
because it's like the haunted name.
Yeah.
Ugh.
That was a thing in my old elementary school, is that people would go into the bathrooms. They would do the Bloody Mary
Mm-hmm.
thing. And people would insist that they saw something.
What
And
school?
I remember school in Vancouver. It's called Upper Lynn. Upper Lynn.
Upper Lynn
Elementary, yes.
Elementary.
Because I lived in Vancouver till I was the ripe age of 8. And when I moved here, I turned 9, and I've been here for about 10 years.
That's so ripe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ripe like an apple. They just plucked him off the
Don't
tree.
say that.
And they put the apple on this,
Then they put
this
the
big
apple
rock
on-
called
Then
Vancouver
they put me
Island.
in a pie.
They put you in a pie.
That's why apple pie is my favorite
It's like
pie.
the Magic
Cannibalism?
School Bus song. You might get baked into a pie.
That never happened in the school bus. I don't know
Yes,
what
it
you're
did.
talking about.
No, that's like
What
in
lyric?
the
I
Magic
don't remember
School
that.
That's the
Or
lyric.
get baked into a pie
Yeah.
in the Magic School Bus.
Is that really one of them? It's been so
Of
long
course
since
it
I've
is.
heard since I've heard the theme song.
Did you know that the driver's a lesbian?
Miss Frizzle's a
Yeah,
lesbian?
Miss Frizzle's a
That's
lesbian.
she's not the driver. She's
I could
the
see
teacher.
She's the driver of the school
Well,
bus.
yeah,
She's also the teacher.
She's
the
the
driver.
It's not
driver.
just enough to call her just the driver. All
I
right,
forgot
she's a
Miss
lot
Frizzle's
more.
name. But you can't say that she looked straight.
Well, of course she didn't. But nobody really went like, "Hey, where's Miss Frizzle's boyfriend? Where's her husband?"
I'm pretty sure
No
her
one
wife was
really-
on the show.
Was she?
I don't remember that. I
That
just
I'm
remember.
pretty-
I don't remember.
I just remember Arnold being terrified 24/7 and all the kids making fun of him.
I
I just remember having a book.
I remember watching the end of
And-
the show and the iguana would come up, the lizard,
Yeah.
like the animated iguana. I forget its name.
I have the information.
You have the information?
I have the receipts.
No.
So, Miss
Didn't you,
Frizzle's
say that
girlfriend
last
is a one appearance character featured in. It was another series. I'm so mad right now.
But it's
Wait,
still
it was another series?
canon.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was canon.
When
But
was
it was
there
like-
another series?
I don't know.
Was it like one of those like new like you know? How
I think it was a new
Thomas-
adaptation.
Yeah, you know how like Thomas.
But you know how it
Tank
came out that
Engine
like
had-
Bert and Ernie came out as like gay, like there was like a thing that they weren't just roommates, like they were like.
No, that was
thing.
just people like saying that.
No, the
From the
creators
dawn of
say
time.
didn't it? Didn't they?
I don't think
I
they came
don't
out on
know.
the show.
I don't
You
know.
can
No,
look it up.
they didn't come on the show. It was the creators saying that they did it.
Oh, well then probably.
Yeah.
That's probably why everyone's like, "Oh, Bert and Ernie, you're gay."
Yeah, that's why that was
the
a
last
thing.
thing I remember
Sorry.
about Sesame Street is that Elmo's gone.
What happened to
No,
Elmo?
Elmo's still on the show.
Well, didn't
He's
like
still
the,
he's still got his Elmo's world, but like it's way different from like the older like
What did Big Bird?
version.
what's
Big Bird's
happening
still around.
Remember that one episode? Can I talk about this? Probably. Yeah, no, it's not swearing. It's not controversial.
Remember when Big Bird just called someone an a-hole?
Remember? Remember? Okay.
Oh,
Do you
hold
guys
on. I'm
remember
gonna step out
when-
for a second. I'll be right back.
Oh,
Where are you
okay.
going?
I'm getting a call and I don't want to answer it on the.
Okay. Okay.
Remember when there was that rumor about Barney and how we like swore at the children
Yeah.
and how that never happened?
Yeah, I tried to find videos of that and I didn't find
No, it
anything.
never happened.
Yeah.
That was just some weird rumor that we all spread.
Yeah. And like I even thought like I'd seen the video of it.
Yeah,
But there is no
not,
video.
It's not
Yeah.
a live show. They would have edited it out
Yeah.
before it went on the air.
Yeah. I mean like sometimes people forget to edit things, but like yeah, that didn't happen.
No, it totally didn't. But I think it's so crazy that we have this collective memory of Barney swearing at a child.
Yeah.
Because he because the child stepped on his tail.
Yeah.
That was
that's
the
what it
reason.
was. Yeah.
Or like he got a pitchfork through his foot was when I heard.
Pitchfork.
I don't farm episode, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
But this was never an episode. This never happened. But we have like this like urban legend almost. You can step over the wire.
I don't want to.
Okay.
Didn't you the first time?
No, I went
No,
under.
he went under.
Oh, you did? Oh.
I don't want to make noise.
But yeah, I think that it's weird that we have
I
that
think you might have
collective
made
memory.
noise.
Sorry.
Should have hopped like a little leprechaun.
Oh, like this?
No. No.
No, like this.
Reminder, nobody can see us, but we are
You know what I
jumping like
could do?
idiots.
I could add in a
Leprechaun.
sound effect of you just destroying like a vase or something.
Like when I went under, it's like, I didn't want to make any noise.
No.
I guess you
Noah.
made some.
You know, editing this podcast,
It's
it
gonna
was
be terrible for
well,
you.
It was probably really bad the first time, wasn't
well,
it?
no, like the only
Editing
thing
in those bleeps, that must
I
have been
no, the
upsetting.
only thing I had to do was I just had to find
Upsetting.
I had to find those, and I didn't want to watch the entire thing. Anyway.
You don't want to watch it. Well, what makes you think other people are gonna want to watch it?
I
Because
watched the whole thing.
I
You know
did it.
why? Because I'm loyal.
I can remember what happened, but I don't want to watch it. So
Fair. So you never watched Quinn's podcast episodes?
no, I did.
Okay.
I watched those.
Shout
but,
out to when Quinn had a podcast, and you could actually watch it on his channel.
Yeah.
Shout out to Quinn.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Shout out to Quinn.
Shout out to Quinn.
Do you know?
No.
My brother.
You have a brother?
Yes.
Quinn Haberlin.
Cool.
He's Mess Man.
He's
You
what?
seen Mess Man?
No.
No,
Oh.
no, if she doesn't know who he is, I don't think she knows who Messman
No,
is.
but you should watch Mess Man.
Okay.
It's funny. We're both in it.
Okay.
It's a good show.
So
I'm not really in it. I was
You're the
in-
cameraman, and you've cameoed sometimes.
cameo, yeah.
Well, I have a cameo in the upcoming one, but the
You had
only
a cameo in episode 6.
the only scene was
Episode
I
6.
played myself, and I gave Quinn a bag of money, and he's like, "Wes, what are you doing here?"
Gold coins. Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love gold coins.
I think we've talked about
Ghosts.
ghost stories long
Enough.
enough. You had another topic you wanted
Yeah,
to
you
talk
did.
Yes, I did. I would like to talk about climate change. I think that's like
Ooh.
a very important and big issue. And we just had the climate strike. I think it's appropriate. Climate strike was yesterday.
For
Okay.
my school, we're having a climate strike next Friday. is
We
what
had
we're
one.
doing.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
one
yeah,
next
yeah.
Friday too, but
Yeah.
there's one this Friday as well.
Okay.
So I know that there's one next Friday.
Yeah.
I didn't realize there was also one yesterday.
I thought it was
So,
yesterday, but then no one
yeah.
said anything to me about
Oh
Yeah.
my
it.
god.
But then my teacher, like yesterday, specifically said, so next week there's going to be like a climate change strike. And so he was
I
saying...
think, no, this one was like climate change strike. I think the next one's like climate action or something.
Yeah, there was an
Okay.
action thing, but he was saying, like, if you're going to that, like, you can probably leave. And you're saying you might cancel class.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah. So
Yeah.
here's the thing, because I do the announcements.
yeah.
I had to read an announcement for the advertising the climate strike. So I'm like, okay, that's when it is, 27th. And then everyone's like, oh, are you going this Friday? I'm like, no, it's next Friday. What are you talking about? So there may have been a couple people that I told them not to go because I thought it was next Friday.
You did
Sorry.
Not
not.
intentional. He's
Sorry.
not. He's not against climate change.
I'm not.
I mean, we're all against climate change. That's why we're.
No, I mean the concept.
Yeah,
of
the
climate
concept.
change.
We're not
He's
against
not.
the
He's
denial.
not. It doesn't exist.
We're not
Yeah.
against the
like
denial.
some people are.
Yeah, like my parents.
Really.
My parents don't believe in climate change, and I think they don't think that it's real because, well, it never mattered in the past. But that's
Do
a
they
very,
not think that the sun is a thing?
I don't
And
know.
that it melts stuff?
I don't know.
Because it does.
It do.
You know how in Arizona, in the desert, if you want to fry an egg on the sidewalk, you can do it.
You can. But,
You can walk out, crack an egg, let it on the sidewalk, and it will cook in a minute.
You might get a little
Yeah.
dirt in it, though. So
You can
This
go-
is true,
you
but I've
put it
don't
seen-
eat it.
You put it
No,
in a
you don't
frying
eat it.
pan, and then you can eat it.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
do that. Definitely. That's.
Imagine
cooking.
living in
In the
Arizona.
desert? I've been to Arizona. a
I've
few
never been to
times.
Arizona. I kind of
It's
want
very hot, especially in the
It
summer.
is.
In the spring, it's not too bad,
to. Okay,
but it's pretty warm.
but is it
It's
humid?
definitely short. Well, see, I was in, as we mentioned last week, I was in Washington D.C.
Yeah, you were.
and
That's
that was a
not
wet heat.
in. I hate to break it to you, Washington D.C. is not in Arizona.
No,
That's
but this
true.
is the comparison I'm making.
Okay.
They're both hot in the summer, but Arizona is a dry heat,
I like that.
Yes.
and Washington was not. It was a wet heat.
Uh-huh.
Wet heat is the worst heat
It
ever.
is
It's
Well-
because
terrible.
you're sticky.
Well, Noah, they're
And I
on the
hated it.
opposite sides of the United States.
I'm aware.
Really? Get out.
I was okay.
So
Wise
I
guys.
don't know if
was
you can
just
really
saying
compare
that they were
them.
both hot, but two different types of hot.
One was West Coast hot, and then one was not West Coast hot.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean,
guys,
to-
you know what?
to a
Maybe
point-
I'll just shut my mouth next time.
To
I
a
won't say
point,
anything.
many places
no.
are hot during the summer.
But I
Not
think,
Alaska,
Well, many
actually,
places
Alaska's pretty nice during the summer.
but not like hot during the summer.
Yeah, no, they get like the same weather as us.
Really?
Do you want to think about how close we are to Alaska? Because we're
Yeah.
not too far.
But Alaska's
to-
colder than we are, so I just
Well,
assume.
yeah, because it's Alaska.
Yeah.
But they have like nice spring-like summers.
Okay.
Apparently,
That's-
I might be
that's
wrong.
fair.
But you know, with climate change, they're gonna start getting Arizona summers.
Yep.
That's probably true.
And
Why am I doing this?
I actually
What are you doing?
I'm pulling.
You're getting
Wesley?
Wes, you know why you're doing that? Because you're watching me do it.
Was I?
Wes,
Yeah.
you're glutton for punishment. Stop ripping your...
I actually can't anymore because it's calloused.
Oh,
So
it's
much.
not for him.
Yeah, I got to the point where I like bit off half my finger from it.
For those of you who don't know, I got one of those little things.
I love how every time we're doing something, it's like, for those of you who don't know, we're doing something.
Yeah.
You can't see it because this is
You
auditory.
can't see that because we made the decision to be auditory.
Maybe-
But because I want to describe things, I'm ripping...
That's being
Maybe-
like, oh my gosh, that's like,
Maybe I'll make the thumbnail a picture of me doing it.
you'll make the thumbnail of your
implied.
thumbnail.
Yeah, pun implied.
Okay, that's like being
Can
like,
the episode of this be named Thumbnail?
I hate you. Yes.
No.
Okay, but what if, like, the way you do it, like right now we're doing this thing in the real life times, but that's
In
like
the real life.
that's like being a
What?
comedian with a podcast and doing visual gags.
Okay.
You can't.
Okay. I'll talk about that for my topic. Okay.
What, comedian podcasts?
Well, just other podcasts.
Oh,
That's
okay.
so meta.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like I'm into it.
Okay.
But what do you... So you're going to the Climate Change Action Friday. Right?
I really hope to, but I don't have a sign yet.
Mm.
The only reason I'm considering not is because it's during acting.
Yeah, but
Oh.
Miss Young said she'd excuse anybody.
Oh, she would?
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
She said that she's very supporting of it, actually. Were you
I-
not there for that?
I want to,
No, I wasn't.
but I think I work
Am I the
in the
dumb
afternoon
one?
that day.
She just had to tell her.
Okay.
Like, she understands.
I'll probably go then. The only problem would be getting a ride as well, but I mean,
Bus.
I
Bus.
got
Where is
some
it?
bus
Where is it
tickets.
happening?
I think it's like the Parliament buildings, like last time.
Yeah, it is.
They
Yeah.
stormed the lines.
I can't do it. I
Nice.
wouldn't have enough time to do that because I work Friday.
Call in. It's for the climate.
Okay.
Come
Fair.
on.
You're like, that's an argument and a half.
That's fair.
You know?
And it's from 12 to 4, Noah.
From 12 to 4?
Yes.
I think I want to go to Boston Pizza afterwards.
Really?
See,
Yeah.
whenever I go downtown, I want to make it worthwhile.
Yeah, no, I get that.
So I have these bus tickets here. I don't usually have tickets. I usually just get a day pass.
You can use 2 tickets to get a day pass.
I have 2 tickets.
That gets you a day
So
pass.
that's
Yes.
that's what he's trying to say.
Okay,
Yeah.
I thought you were just like, I give them $5 and keep my tickets for the next time. And I'm like,
No. But I want to.
He's
I
saying
want to
instead
use
of
them.
purchasing tickets like at say
Mhm.
London Drugs, he just normally gives them a day pass. He doesn't
Yeah.
bother with getting tickets. Is what he's trying to say.
I bother with getting tickets.
I don't have to anymore because I have a bus pass for school.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know why? Because it's like an hour bus ride away from my house, and I don't want to drive and cost money every day.
And that's
why.
bad for the climate.
It is.
It's better for the climate
Yes.
to bus.
It is.
It makes
Well,
not
it
great,
I like
but-
the bus. It's a fun
It's actually
experience.
better.
It's better.
They're
but it's
hybrid.
still,
Half the buses are hybrid.
yeah, but some aren't.
Yeah, they just
we don't
ordered.
like those ones.
Didn't they just get in a bunch of electric buses? I think.
Yeah, I love how you say that. Like you can just ship them over like with Amazon or something.
Well,
Didn't they ship in a bunch of electric buses last
That's
week?
That's how the article said it. So that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
But yeah, I like to make me going downtown worthwhile. So I want to do other things while I'm downtown.
Oh, I'm
So
sorry.
you want to be basically busy when you go downtown as well.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
I
I
like
go
to be
downtown
busy.
every weekend.
Whenever I go downtown, it's normally to see a movie or to go to the board game cafe.
So
or
you better
to
be
do
there,
something.
Noah.
Yeah, be there, be square.
Mm-hmm.
Be a rectangle. Be a square boy. Be a sponge. Be SpongeBob.
SpongeBob. SpongeBob.
I'm gonna cut that out.
Please do.
Okay.
No, then you have to cut out my obnoxious laughing too.
Probably.
Aww.
Oh no.
I'll make it work.
You do that.
If anything just sounded a little weird, well, now you know why. So anyways, yeah, well,
Climate change.
get downtown. If you're in the area, get downtown.
I will definitely be in
this
the area.
Friday.
I'll go for a bit. Yeah.
No, I'm talking to the viewers. No, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
We'll bring the microphone. We'll interview a few of you.
Yeah,
That's that.
we could do that.
We
That's a
could.
hypothetical. We could, yeah.
I think that you should interview. Yeah.
Thank you.
Interview. Period.
Sorry, but
You know.
I don't know who is.
Yahoo!
Yahoo!
That's who you should.
We should
Yahoo?
interview Mario?
Yeah, we should
No.
interview Charles Martinet.
Yahoo. You mean the company that owns Tumblr.com?
No, I was talking about
Yahoo. The search engine. Yahoo.
The physical embodiment
You mean Bing?
of Yahoo.
Yeah, that's the
Who are the
playground.
children?
There's
Oh,
a
yeah,
playground
yeah,
right
yeah.
next to
So,
this house. They're not going to be able to hear that. So for us, it probably just sounds like, what was that, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. My gremlin giggles.
One of my
Yeah.
big problems of this location is the children.
Those menace to society
I
children.
live next to
yeah.
a daycare, Wes. I know what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah, you do, don't you?
I live in the woods. With a
Lucky.
crazy little
yeah.
lady.
So, in the
So,
woods would be cool, though.
it's a
No.
bit ironic.
Okay.
You see this park beside my house. And,
I'll open the blinds for you, Harmony, because obviously
No.
you can't.
For those who can't see, Noah.
okay,
Around
maybe
the
I
trees,
shouldn't
but
have
around
said
the
you
trees.
see. Maybe I shouldn't have said you see. But there is this park.
I'm literally blind.
There is this park beside my house, and when we first moved here, it wasn't a park. It was just like dirt and grass and whatnot.
That's how parks start.
Yeah. So
Infectious.
we were young, and my mom's like, "Well, this is nothing." And suddenly they're like, "Okay, well, we're gonna build a road right there." And my mom's like, "We don't want a road beside our house. That's gonna be noisy. People driving by, right?"
Yeah.
So,
So
my
instead
mom.
They made a playground.
My mom makes a petition,
Oh.
goes around the neighborhood, says, let's build a park here. She gets enough signatures, and they go back to the
City Hall.
person, the city hall or whoever said, we're going to build a road, and she gives them that. And they build a park there.
That's nice.
And that's great for us children. But
But then you grew up.
now I'm not a child, and yeah.
I'd still go to a playground. I mean,
Let's stop. it
not
now.
when there's children around it, because that would be a
But
bit weird
the
if I'm a
thing is-
30-year-old going to a playground.
thing is-
You
right?
are not 30.
I'm saying in the future.
Oh, okay. I was like, you are.
I'm not 30. I'm not.
I was like, you're.
I'm not 30.
You graduated.
But I'm
2 years
saying
ago.
I'm 19, right?
Oh yes.
So if I
30.
go to the
Yes.
playground right now, people might be like, "What's that 19-year-old doing?" At a
If you go to the
So,
playground
like,
right now, you'll turn 30.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like you'll
That's-
still
that's
start
just
balding,
science.
and you'll turn 30.
Yeah, it's just
it's
science.
a science.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, yeah, the park is it's a bit noisy. Like this morning, there was a dad, I presume, and his child. And I know the dad has to play with his child, but I don't think the dad should be louder than the child, if you ask me, because
Listen, some
he
some
was.
dads get into it, you know. So their kids like start it, but then their dads like get involved, and they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, this is fun," and they, makes them feel like they were the kid again.
When-
So I understand
oh.
that.
When I was a kid, my dad used to take me to the playground across the road, and we used to play this game where I would be on the swings and I'd try to kick him, but he'd move before I kicked
Ah, I
him.
remember that. No, I played that
Yeah.
with my friends, and they were much more vicious than my father.
Exactly, but my dad, I got him and I winded him and he fell over. I was like a
And then you took
child.
another step, and you went. You took the larger swing and just knocked him.
No, I knocked him to the ground with the first one.
And then the second one was overkill.
And the second one was when I jumped off and, like,
Oh my god!
Jumped off.
You take the
Oh.
second swing, you leap off, you just tackle him.
yeah, like I take my elbow and I'm like,
Harmony should be in the WWE. I think she could take
Oh,
on
yeah.
CM
I could
Punk.
take on Hulk Hogan.
He doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, he's gone off the face
We
of
have
the
the same initials.
We
I don't know who you're talking. Hulk Hogan.
We sent him
Are you
to
talking about
Mars.
the Hulk and
Yeah.
Logan?
Logan.
Hulk Logan.
Logan.
Hulk Logan. I feel like the Hulk. I like the
I like
fashion
the Hulk.
style he
Only
took
problem
on.
is the movies don't do him a lot of justice,
no,
in
but
my
like
opinion.
so you know like in like the newest Avengers movie
Endgame.
Mhm.
Endgame. There's the words.
Yeah.
The Hulk turns into kind of like this
Professor Hulk.
like hipster. He has this kind of like
Yeah.
fun.
He's got a sweater on.
He's got like fun
He's
cardigan energy.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
got fun dad energy.
No, but it's more than that. Because dads don't usually wear cardigans, in my opinion.
That's
They
true.
don't. Yeah.
Dads
But
are
he
very
realized,
leather
you know what?
jacket.
Half the universe is gone. I'll wear a cardigan.
You know,
They don't make cardigans this
You-
big. I'll be a
I-
jerk. I'll make them do it for me.
I think it's
Yeah.
pretty interesting. Throughout the entire movie, Professor Hulk, he seems very happy. You know? And we have these other shots of like Steve and
That's
he's
his canon name,
I
actually,
know-
in the comics.
I
is
know,
they
I
call
hate
it
it.
that.
I hate it though because it's like, Professor Hulk, sir,
not
Well,
smart
'cause he-
green guy.
smart green boy,
Smart Hulk.
as opposed to
Regular Hulk.
Regular-
Well, the kids
It's a
in that
dumb
one
Hulk.
scene, they call him Mr. Hulk, don't they?
Yeah.
And I feel like was this like a fever dream or did he not dab in the movie?
He does.
did.
Okay,
He does.
It did happen.
I was like, was this a fever
It
dream?
was horrible when I saw it. But they brought the scene back around when Paul Rudd just said, "Take the goddamn phone."
I love Paul Rudd.
Oh, yeah.
Paul
That was the thing that
Rudd.
saved that scene for me. Is he was just so upset that these kids did not want to take a photo with them, but he gave up and he kept trying to give the phone back. And Hulk was like, "No, take the photo with them." And he was like, "Just take the phone. Just do it. I don't care anymore."
Noah, I think if you were a superhero, you would be the Paul Rudd
I'd be
version.
Ant-Man. Yes.
Well, maybe
Yeah,
not
look at you
Ant-Man, but
crawling
just the
under
Paul
the-
Rudd version.
Like you were crawling
Dude,
under
that's
the
a-
thing
that's a
of
compliment.
Ant-Man.
Paul
Yeah,
Rudd's 50, and he looks like the same age he did when he was 20.
Yeah, Paul Rudd.
he does. He's
Like,
50?
He's
Wow.
got
Yeah.
Ellen DeGeneres syndrome.
He looks better than Ellen. I'll be honest. He
Okay,
looks...
back off, buddy.
No, Ellen looks great,
Ellen's amazing.
but Paul Rudd is also great.
One day I will be Ellen.
You're gonna have your own talk show where you're
I-
gonna be like, "Remember when this happened?"
Remember
and then
when I
people
was
go,
fired?
"Oh, Ellen, you didn't!" And then someone pops out of a box.
Does nobody remember when she was like fired in the 80s?
No, I wasn't alive.
Well, neither did I. Important.
I don't remember anything from the 80s.
Thanks, Wes.
I remember the Goonies. That was in the 80s.
I don't even remember the Goonies.
I remember Indiana Jones.
I remember
Indiana Jones is a
Heathers.
great series that took place
It was.
in the 1930s, but the movies
And it-
themselves are made in the
And
80s.
it went out with a bang.
Heathers
Did it?
is set in the 80s.
Oh wait,
and
no,
in
you're
the
right. It
80s.
did. There was a nuclear explosion and it survived in a. Oh, damn.
Oh, that might be a bit loud.
Does the king need more water?
Yes.
The King's Cup.
The king's cup.
The King has cup.
Oh, this is warm now.
Aw.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That movie in retrospect, Endgame.
Bad.
It's good. It's still good. It's
Okay,
got
I
a lot
cried.
of good scenes. But
Yeah.
Iron Man did all that to bring back good old Peter Parker. And now,
Yeah.
And
now
now
it's
Sony's
not
got
canon.
Yeah.
Half of that movie for existing is now not canon.
Mm-hmm.
Which is weird because it's in the universe, so it has to be canon, but it can't legally be canon.
Legally, from now on, they have to change everything. They have to just say, like, "Oh, something happened," you know? He went off the grid.
I think it's really...
Peter went off to college.
They can't even mention his name. They don't own the character anymore.
Yeah. I think and I hope it's really in the fans' power to see where Spider-Man will go, you know?
I'll be honest with you. I'm fine with Sony having Spider-Man.
You are?
I'm
Okay.
not.
Why not?
Because I want Spider-Man and Thor to have a really nice friendship.
So,
I want that to happen too. But looking at the movies that Sony's made, most of them have been good.
No, they're good. No,
Most of them have been fantastic. There's a couple that
Yeah.
aren't, but most of them have been great. They've
I
done
haven't
good
seen
things.
Far From Home.
Far From Home's good.
I hear it's good.
it is.
It's better than Homecoming.
Yeah, I think it might be.
Can I just say Tom Holland is the best Spider-Man? And you can
Respectfully,
respectfully disagree with me, but Tom Holland is my favorite Spider-Man.
okay. I thought you said the best Spider-Man.
Well, best in my opinion.
She
Okay.
did say that.
If it's your favorite Spider-Man, that's fine. I have no problem with that. But me personally, the best Spider-Man, movie-wise, like live action, is Tobey Maguire.
That's
I
a very,
love Tobey Maguire.
It's a very popular opinion.
Yeah.
Because those movies, looking back on them, are all really solid movies.
Well,
Even
for-
the third one, which people are like, this is the worst one, is still, as a movie, has a solid structure and is a movie.
You know what was a good movie that's like a Spider-Man movie?
Into the Spider-Verse.
Into the Spider-Verse.
It's the best one.
It was so well
Yeah.
done. what they did
I would
with
say
it
my
was
favorite Spider-Man,
it was
like
amazing.
adapted, is Peter B. Parker, because
My-
he's just the depressed,
Yeah.
like 30-year-old. Like, I'm tired of this, but he's still doing it. And
I
he's got
like-
this energy where he
I
just
like my
hates
pig
himself.
boy. My pig boy.
I like John Mulaney too. He's
I love John Mulaney.
John Mulaney's hilarious.
What I think was so good about the Spider-Verse, though, is that because even though we have all these other Spider-Man movies, like the Andrew Garfield, the Tobey Maguire, the Tom Holland, they can just make this and make it good.
Exactly, yeah.
And it even works because, like...
That's why people
they're
are like,
showing-
I don't want Sony to have it. And I'm like,
Yeah.
Sony made that movie, though.
Yeah.
Sony
Yeah.
did that because
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's a
like,
good concept.
But I feel like that actually solves the entire problem with the Marvel one.
Yeah.
Is because it's set in a different universe. And
Yeah.
with the Spider-Verse theory, it means that there's multiple universes where these
Yeah.
characters
There were
can
talks about
interact.
having them cameo in Spider-Verse. Like Tom Holland, Andrew Garfield, Tobey
Yeah.
Maguire.
Please,
But they just
though.
ended up not doing it. Just, I guess, because they
I
had
guess-
too many characters.
Or they just didn't have time.
They didn't have
in
time.
the movie.
Yeah.
Because, like, I saw it in theaters twice, actually.
I saw
Into
it.
the Spider-Verse
I've
was so
seen
good.
it 5 times in a theater setting.
Dang.
Because I saw it, or was it 4 times? No, it was 4 times. I saw it twice, like when it came out originally in theaters.
I saw it
and
with
then
you.
You saw it with me when we went to go see it at Cinecenta,
Yeah.
the UVic
Yeah.
theater.
Yeah.
And then I saw it the week after with more friends who wanted to see it. So in theaters, I've seen it a total of 4 times,
Well, some
and it
of
was
us
good
are
every
broke.
single time.
It's there's always new things you can pick out of it, and on top of that, it's just so visually appealing,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what I love about animation, tying that into the whole like Disney Plus thing,
Bringing it back. Yeah.
bringing it back. We're looping it. We're tying the knot on this fun little
Oh my
bracelet
god, you'd
of a
be
podcast.
such a good English teacher.
Would I really?
Looping it back to the beginning.
No, that's called
Looping it
being a
back?
comedian. I want to do stand-up comedy so bad.
Want to do stand-up comedy? That's fair. I'd like to do it at some point.
I would really like to, because I'm funny. Objectively, I'm funny. Okay, we're gonna get that out of the way, and that I
I
hate
know
to
some
say
really
it,
funny people, and I love.
There is not a lot of very funny female comedians. Like, I'm sorry.
That is
Sorry,
true.
Amy Schumer.
Sorry, Amy
You get
Schumer.
the the thumbs down from Harmony.
This
It's not
is-
slander.
I don't
This is
even.
slander.
I don't even say sorry.
Oh,
Amy Schumer's not listening to this podcast. She
Amy-
doesn't care
Amy
about
Schumer-
any of us.
I don't even just have. I don't have the interest.
You don't have an
to-
opinion on Amy Schumer?
No, not really.
Okay.
I mean, Tina Fey, she's good. She did good for herself, and she's good. I have nothing wrong with Tina Fey. I think she's great. I love Tina Fey. John Mulaney, cool. But I can say one thing: Bo Burnham really isn't my favorite comedian.
Really?
No.
He's not my favorite, but he's still got good bits.
But you see, most of his stuff is visual, and I really like more like
Well, he does his songs, right? His comedy songs are
yeah.
alright.
But his comedy makes me sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's dark
Yeah.
comedy, and I like dark
I know.
comedy.
I usually am a fan of dark comedy, but you see, I like it when it's tied in with other comedy.
That's why I think I liked It Chapter 2 a lot.
Oh, was it? I haven't seen it
It's
yet.
got a lot of dark
Yeah, I haven't
comedy.
either.
I think. Do I have to see the first one to see the second one? Do you think?
I would say yes and no.
No, because I'm really scared to see the first one.
The first
first
one
one-
is a good movie on its own.
Okay.
The second one basically recaps everything about the first one.
So I don't need to see it.
Just it doesn't have the kids in it as much.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the kid actors are probably the better versions of the adult. I like both sets
I'm-
of the
Yeah.
actors.
Also, apparently, the scariest part about the second one is how they CGI'd Finn Wolfhard
They
to make
what?
him look younger.
Oh yeah, that's right. They did because they filmed the stuff after the first one,
Yeah.
so he
Yeah.
looks like he went through
Older,
puberty, right? So he
yeah.
looks way older. So they
Yeah.
CGI'd the way he looks, so he looks more like he did in Chapter 1.
Yeah. And it's pretty scary, apparently.
It
Oh,
takes a
yeah.
lot from the books, but it also doesn't, because if you want to basically know everything, about
Don't spoil
what the
it.
movie does,
No
you can,
spoilers.
You can watch the It miniseries from 1990 with Tim
Okay.
Curry.
Okay.
It basically does everything the second one does. Some of it better.
I'm very scared of scary movies.
This one was a lot more jump scary.
Okay.
And some of the jump scares like actually got me. Like I wasn't expecting it to happen as it was.
I want to see it, but I don't know who I'd go with, you know?
I went with Stacia because Stacia was the only one who was, available to go with me at the time.
Shout out to Stacia.
Yes. Shout out to Stacia.
And we both talked about the movie. We talked about what we liked, what we didn't like, right?
Mm-hmm.
This isn't. I mean, the book's almost 30 years old, right? So in the book, I knew going into the second one that Stanley, one of the characters, probably wouldn't be in the second one because in the book, all of them, as kids, they have encounters with Pennywise, and then when they grow up, all of them go back except for Stan because he's so scared he doesn't want to go back, so he kills himself.
Oh, sorry.
And he goes into the bathtub and he slits his wrist and he goes, "I'm not going back."
Okay.
And they did that also in the second one. So I felt really bad.
Hey, don't spoil it.
Wait, did they have a Hannah Baker moment?
They didn't show him doing it.
Okay.
They just had him go into the bathtub.
And not come back
They
out.
changed the scene and then there's a flashback, right?
Yeah.
And then they pan in and he's still sitting in the bathtub, but it just cuts to the side of the bathtub.
Yeah.
And his hand's over and you see his wrist has been
Did
slit.
they do it like they did in the miniseries?
So it was
yes and no.
It was done.
They didn't. It wasn't as
as
over the top.
Like in your face.
No, have you seen the miniseries?
No, I haven't.
Oh my god. Okay, so it's made up of 2 parts.
Okay.
This is for everyone here. This is one of the funniest endings to anything I've seen. At the end, they have these in the first miniseries, right?
Mm-hmm.
They switch back and forth from when they're kids to the adults, right? So Stan gets called up by Mike as an adult.
Is this spoilers, Noah?
For the 1990 miniseries, if it is,
I
it's
think
been out for 30
yeah.
years.
No, but is this spoilers for the other one? The second chapter 2?
We already put a spoiler
because
warning.
we already said that's what happens.
Well, just
you
just to
you
clarify.
literally just said, is it like the ending of the It miniseries?
No. I mean
Stan's death, and I said
Yeah.
yes and no, and so I'm explaining what happened, and you're
Okay,
like,
well,
is this a spoiler?
Well, it sounds
So,
like you're just
you brought
explaining
this up.
the end of the chapter 2 movie.
Oh,
no. This is the beginning of It Chapter 2, the movie, but the ending of It Part 1, the miniseries.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So at the end of Part 1, the miniseries, Stan kills himself.
Yes.
And they end on a cliffhanger of his wife just screaming no into the camera. And it's
Yeah.
one of the funniest things. The way she does it, too, is so funny. And the facial expressions that she makes.
Yeah.
Because I'm assuming you've seen the Nostalgia Critic
Yeah.
video, so he knows what I'm talking about. Shout out to Doug
Absolutely.
Walker.
Shout out. Are we gonna keep doing shout outs?
Yes. But
Well-
basically what happens is Mike calls up Stan, and he just tells him, it's back, right? And Stan has a flashback to when they fought Pennywise in the sewers.
Sorry, when you said it's back, and all I could think of was the fast food commercial was it's back.
Oh, boy.
It's
back!
Yeah. That's
And so-
it's back. Your favorite item
Yeah.
of the season. Pennywise.
So they cut to him, and they don't show him doing it.
Yeah.
But his wife comes up, and
Does she have a moment?
She has a beer, right?
Oh,
and
okay.
she's about to give it to him, and she's like, "Stan," and no response. So she goes into the bathroom because he went in to have a shower, and there's steam coming out, right?
Yeah.
And the curtains are a little open, and she sees a hand sticking out, and she opens it up, and he's sitting in there, he's dead, and he just put he wrote it in blood on the side of the mirror, and then as the camera's zooming in, her face is. No one can see this, by the way, but if you've seen the miniseries, you know what I'm talking about. She's like, and then
She's
she
doing
just
the same.
screams, "Ah!" And I'm like, oh, this is too funny.
I thought she was gonna see him just down the beer and be like, "Well," and walk out.
I'm out of
But-
this marriage
but-
forever.
Does he do the blood writing in the
No.
new one? He
There-
doesn't?
I don't remember there being an it. I saw it a couple days ago, but I don't remember him.
Because
putting down
I
it on
thought
the
that
wall.
was the funniest part. Because,
Yeah, just the fact that he
Does-
took the time to write
Yeah.
it in blood.
does she
like,
That's a
know?
suicide note.
Does she know?
No.
What does she get from that?
Serial killer.
Just
vibe.
it? What does that mean?
it.
If you don't
Tag.
know.
I would also like to point out that the ending of the movie was the funniest thing ever.
That's why she screamed.
Because-
Now
because-
she's it.
Yeah, she's it. Tag.
Because if you've seen the first one, they kill Pennywise by they shoot a rock into his weak spot,
Yes.
Oh.
and then they rush him, shove him over, punch him a couple times, and then take his heart out of his body.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they kill him in the miniseries. In
Yeah,
the new
because
one,
he's a giant.
they basically just bully him to death verbally.
Cool.
And it's even funnier because they're just like, "You're a clown," and he's just like,
Just like, but
You're a
I am a
clown.
clown.
because he's like, "I'm the eater of worlds," and then they're like, "Oh wait, he has to take on a physical form. Why didn't we just? It's based on our imagination. Why don't we just imagine him as something like weak, like a clown?" And so they're just yelling at him like, "Yeah, you're a clown, idiot!" And then he's like, "No, I'm the eater of worlds." He's like, "You're just a clown," and then he's like, "I'm not a clown."
Clown check, like.
And then they just keep making him
Shit.
smaller and smaller and smaller, and I'm like, this is the funniest way to end a movie by far.
Okay,
it's
this
just
sounds
verbal
so good.
bullying.
Just verbal abuse. Your
I wanted to
enemies,
see
like-
Pennywise just throw out an F-bomb.
Yeah.
Like, so bad.
Can I do that?
They didn't do it in the movie. Like, he never, like, took it that far.
I think
The
that's
most he did was, like, make fun of Ben's fatness. But he never, like, started calling him, like, a fat piece of, you know.
Yeah.
He never was like, F you, you know. He never did any of that. And I wanted to see Pennywise just once be like, hey, buddy. F you, you
But-
know?
but
And I'd have
can-
been like, I'd have been so like, that's
Can-
weird, but
Like, hey, buddy, come over here. Flips him up. Like,
there's a lot of swearing in the movie, so they could have.
yeah, they did.
They
They
didn't?
could have.
Oh.
No, they never had him do that. And I was saying I wanted
Okay,
to
yeah,
see
because
Pennywise do
that's
that.
what I was wondering. Is it rated so that
It's
they
rated
can
R.
swear?
It's rated R.
Okay. I don't know.
Speaking of R-rated movies, did you guys see the Happy Time Murders when it came out?
I did not.
No.
It was a really good movie.
I
saw
heard
it on-
mixed things on it when it came out.
I
know
really
the
liked
concept,
it.
but
I
never
just
saw
think
it.
it's really funny because the puppets are in very adult situations that
Yeah.
puppets shouldn't be in.
I saw it on Netflix and I'm like, should I watch
Wait,
it?
it's on Netflix?
Yeah, it is, I think.
Right
Bro!
now?
Pretty sure.
Right now?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Oh, I'm gonna watch it. I loved the Happy Time Murders. I'm sorry, I kind of want like a Netflix original series of it.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That'd be a good
That would be
idea.
fun.
Yeah.
Like it'd be fun.
That's what I think is going to
Okay.
keep Netflix, like, in the running after
Is-
the Disney Plus
Yeah.
comes out. Is
Yeah.
their original series.
Yeah, but they're losing The Office too, aren't they?
But
That's going to NBC, but they're
Exactly.
they have all 180 episodes of Seinfeld coming on.
I'm
Yes.
excited.
They're
Yes.
taking off Friends too, but
But they're not taking Full House, are they?
um,
no, I don't think so.
I think they
Yeah,
have
I
the
don't
rights to
think
Full
so.
House because they
yeah,
have
because
Fuller
they Fuller
House.
House. Yeah. I don't think they're taking off How I Met Your Mother though. I think that's
I don't
still
think they
on.
can at this point. Like I feel like it's kind of like a staple, a
Yeah.
Netflix staple for the white girls.
Which
know?
I've seen it, right? I've watched the full series one time.
I had a
One
friend.
time.
Well, only once.
Well, I started.
Get with the times,
I know,
Noah.
right? I've been catching up. All right.
You're trying.
All right. I've been watching some anime. All right. I'd
What
like to
animes?
say, I took a chance and I started watching Sword Art Online.
Shout out to Sword Art Online.
Didn't like it.
We're not gonna shout out Sword Art Online.
I watched the English dub.
I watched the English dub.
It's dumb.
It's bad.
It's very bad.
eh,
And if you've ever watched it, it's just the. First
I don't watch anime.
You don't? Okay, that's
No.
fine. That's fair. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, however,
I've heard good things
I
about
love
JoJo.
it. I love it. I still haven't watched the entire first season.
The first series.
That's on Netflix.
Yeah.
But I've seen like up to 8 episodes. And each episode I watch, I love.
You know, The Devil's a part-timer. That one's a goodie.
Sailor Moon.
Sailor
Ooh,
Moon, I
Sailor
actually
Moon.
have yet to watch.
Okay, okay.
I haven't
so-
seen all of it, but the stuff I have seen, so my sister loves Sailor Moon, like as it just like burning heart, like loves it, right?
Yeah.
So when I was growing up, I would walk into the room and wait for my turn for the TV, and I'd just sit down because she was watching Sailor Moon, and I'd be waiting
Yeah.
for it to finish. And we didn't have any of the DVDs yet. We just had the VHS tape of the first 2 episodes of the series that she would
That's
just
pretty
watch
good.
religiously for some reason.
That's me. That's me
That-
with John Mulaney comedy specials.
Fair. Yeah. So
I
she
have
just
one
kept
down.
watching it, and then one Christmas, I was like, you know what? I'll get her the first 24 episodes on DVD, and so we started watching because it was like they came out with the first 24 episodes of the first season, and then they were gonna come out with the next 24
Yeah.
months later, and then like, you combine both and just binge watch the first
Yeah.
season, which is like a 42 episode season, I think. So we were watching it, and then we get to the end of the 3rd disc, And I was like, oh, what's going to happen next? And then they just tell you, like, oh, this guy dies.
Oh.
And I was like, what? That's the episode title.
Noah, at that point, you're caring.
Yeah, at that point, I realized, I was like, why am I invested in this? Because the entire time I was watching it with my sister, I was just making fun of it.
Yeah.
Because I was like,
I did the
this
same
is so
thing.
dumb. But I was also watching it like, okay, that was a good character moment. I like
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I got to that point.
Wait,
I was like,
I did that with I don't know if you know the Netflix original anime Glitter Force.
I thought you were gonna say Neo Yokio.
No, Glitter Force.
Haven't heard it.
You don't watch anime. I get it.
You've
I haven't
never
heard of it either.
Okay, well, it's obviously for children. It's like a girls' anime, like glitter, fashion, everything's like
Not a boys anime.
not a boys' anime like Pokemon.
Dare you?
No, I actually watched Pokemon for my entire childhood. That's
Ash
the joke.
finally won the
Yeah,
championship.
finally won.
Shout out to Ash.
All it took
Ash
was the
Ketchum.
art animation going down.
And he's
a
still
lot.
10. He's still 10. Ash never had a birthday.
But yeah, so I did say that I don't watch anime, right?
But you've seen Pokemon, right?
Oh yeah, but here's the thing.
So you do watch anime.
I did, when I was younger, I did decide to watch the first 24 episodes of Sailor Moon.
Yeah.
And I kind of liked it.
Yeah.
No, Sailor Moon, it's good.
But then the thing
That's
for me
good.
was, because I was watching...
Melvin's my favorite.
I was
character.
watching
He's
the-
a
watched
big
it.
nerd.
I was watching the English dubbing, right?
Yeah.
And they
The
changed...
Viz Media or the different?
I don't
Or was
know.
it the DIC one?
I
Because
can't
they're two
remember.
very separate dubs.
I can't remember. But all I know is I was watching it, and they changed the voice actor for Serena. And I'm like, I don't like this. I can't watch this anymore. I'm done. So that was it for me.
There was a similar moment in The Amazing World of Gumball, halfway through, which is like a really weird comparison to do.
It's not that weird.
But, I mean, it's very different animation.
Yeah.
And it's not dubbed. They just changed the voice actor. And it very much messed with me, and I stopped watching it.
That's fair.
Yeah.
They did that for Danny Phantom season 1. Is the dude who plays Skulker for the first few episodes? They had him, and then they switched the voice actor, and it's like very obvious that they switched him, but they just kept him on for the rest of the series. And I was like, huh, I kind of miss
Ooh.
season 1 first few episodes.
Yeah, Danny Phantom was good.
It was.
So I'm just looking at the clock here, and it is it's gone pretty long.
Oh.
So how about we just
Oh, no.
we get to the last topic here, and
Well, what's your topic then?
so I just wanted to talk about other podcasts.
Yes.
Because I wanted to ask you why you wanted to do the podcast. Because I asked you if you wanted to do it, and you said yeah.
I did, because one, I'd been thinking of doing it because it's a good way to get people talking. First of all, good way to spend time with friends, and also you can, like, a lot of people do podcasts, right?
I love how you're looking to me like I'm some
Right?
expert advice. People do podcasts, right? That happens.
He wants reassurance. But yeah,
we should lower the volume a little bit.
okay.
Sorry,
I'm very loud.
we all are. I just got a nod from your parents. So
Okay.
pointed upstairs, and they were like, quiet. So we're being quiet.
All right.
So now this is an ASMR video.
Just move closer to the mic. So, what podcasts have you watched, Noah? And what's your inspiration?
What's your
Big
favorite
inspiration
podcast,
for me
Noah?
was Quinn's podcast, actually.
Quinn's podcast?
Because I would watch some of the episodes, right? Basically, I started watching when he did them, right? But then around episode 7 or 6, which is one of the ones where it was him, Hunter, and Eric. That was a good episode. And I
Was
like,
it?
This is really
I can't
funny.
remember.
It was. It was really funny. And then I was like, this is really good. It'd be fun to do a podcast sometime. Just get together some friends and then just talk about stuff. And then I know a couple of YouTubers who do podcasts. I'm like,
Yes.
that's an interesting. Like H3H3
Uh-huh.
does it. Gus Johnson does it. I don't know if you watch Gus Johnson.
I don't.
He's a funny YouTuber.
I know that there's the Loudmouths podcast.
Yeah.
That's a favorite. That's a goodie.
And also, it's just people. It's good to listen to if you're like
Yeah.
just on the bus and you don't want to really like watch a YouTube video, you don't want to take your phone out and just have it out so you can be watching it. You can just listen to it.
Yeah.
Have it in your pocket, listen on the bus, be like, this is nice. And
This is
then
good.
it's like listening to music, but it's more...
Yeah, it's more intellectual.
It can be.
Yeah.
Loudmouth.
Some probably is
it-
not
it-
intellectual
It depends
whatsoever.
if there's really like a theme.
Yeah, which
But,
is why originally I wanted to do... Changing the topic was an idea so that it would always be... You're talking about something, right? It's
Yeah.
not just rambling, which of course today we did deviate from it quite a lot.
It's my energy.
It's everybody. Everyone deviated a little bit, which I apologize for.
It was you. It was all you. Jeez,
Yes.
no, I can't
Let's be
believe
honest, it was.
it. No, it was me.
But yeah, I just thought it'd be fun to do it, to start doing something. And you were like, hey, want to do it? And I was like, I jumped at the opportunity. I was like, this is a good opportunity.
Because also for me, I have a bit of inspiration from Quinn, but also like Super Mega, another podcast,
Right, Super Mega. How could I forget?
and also the H3H3 podcast.
The Super Mega podcast is really funny, actually. I do
Yeah.
like it.
Do you know the Super Mega?
I am familiar with the
Matt,
name.
Matt Watson and Ryan McGee. Shout
Ryan
out to Super
McGee.
Mega.
Shout out to Super Mega.
Yes. But also, just one thing I wanted to say. Harmony mentioned it a little earlier. I can't remember when, but she said, like, the physical viewing for the podcast. That's one of the things I don't really like about the H3 podcast is that there's this physical. So if they are doing something...
Well, they do that with Joe Rogan, too, is that they
Yeah.
have the podcast, right? But then they also show their faces. Which, if you choose to watch it, you can. But you can also just listen to it.
Shout
Without
out to
the
Joe
video.
Rogan.
Joe Rogan experience.
Yeah. Shout out.
I love just watching clips, like, as they are, just, like, without context.
Yeah.
Like the famous Alex Jones one. It was like, I'm going to be honest, I'm kind of, And it was like, Alex, no.
But yeah, that kind of annoys me a little because like I don't really want to watch it, and if I'm not gonna understand if I don't watch it, and they do say that too, like, oh, for those of you who aren't able to see this because you're seeing it on a platform that isn't YouTube, this is what we're doing. I mean, we've been doing that too.
Yeah, that's fair.
But still,
I mean, if you want to
Except-
change it up at some point, we can.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
we could. Yeah, I just need to get the budget for that.
Fair. Which, by the way, how's the job hunt been going? Have you any progress?
I gotta work on stuff like that, but budget wise,
Because I've been trying to save up my budget. And
I
so
did.
far.
I did just sell some old things recently, so I'm up $40.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
$40.
Yeah.
I'm on my last like 500.
I don't want to tell how much I have, but
Yeah.
it's not as much as it could be. I'll say that.
Mhm.
But now that I have a job, I can actually achieve money. So that's what I've been hoping for.
Achieve money.
Yes.
Cha-ching, money achieved.
Money achieved, yeah. Don't want to be a cashier and do it, but I
Cashiers
still hate
cashiring's
it.
alright.
I hate it.
Imagine being in a
It's still
grocery
stressful.
store.
Yeah, it's why I was like, no grocery stores.
I did grocery
I've
store.
heard stories about how just grocery store employees just like hate it.
Shout out
Like-
to Bandette.
Oh yeah. Shout out to Noah Bandit.
But then also I know people who work at Superstore.
Oh, Superstore
that
is
hate it.
yeah. This is 10 times worse.
Then Superstore.
Oh, sorry, can't say that. Oops. Bleep that out. Bleep out the name of the
Yeah,
thing
I will.
because I don't want to get in trouble.
Okay, so anyways,
This isn't gonna listen to this. Bleep out it also as well. Sorry, Wes.
I think that's a good
Yeah.
place to end it.
Yeah, I
'cause
think so too.
It's longer than the last one.
It is.
I kind of did want it to be a little shorter
But
than the
the first-
last one, but
You'll edit it, right? And plus, we
Yeah.
didn't start recording immediately, too. We let some of the audio run by before we realized that it was recording.
well,
So it's going to cut down.
I knew it was recording the entire time.
Why didn't you
we
tell us?
didn't know because you
Well,
didn't do that Freddy thing where he's like in 5, 4, 3, 2.
We just go into it, you know.
That's not what we did the last time. But all right.
And right now we're just gonna go out of it too. So
Alrighty, have a nice day,
That's it.
night.
Thanks for watching.
Morning.
Remember to remember to subscribe to the channel, to
No,
like, to comment, and to share this with your friends. Thank you very much.
goodbye.
Bye.